Hey, hi there. Welcome back to another episode of my journey to a game developer. Though I'm still learning using HTML CSS, I think that's fine for now. Anyway, welcome back. We're gonna continue on to where we left off. Okay, so just a bit of recap. We're still dealing with this mess. Okay, so what we have so far is that we have kind of worked with the countdown UI. So we're now going to try to work with the loading bar. We're gonna reduce the timer and stuff like that. Probably refine the countdown UI a bit. So if you notice, when I press start, the number doesn't appear immediately. So wondering what's happening there. So let's refine that for a little bit. Looking back into, let's look into our code. Where is our countdown timer? So handle countdown UI. We probably want, let's try to shift this right into the timer interval maybe. So once it appears, okay, let's take a look whether this helps. No, it doesn't. That's not what we want. Okay. The reason why that happens is because we created handle countdown UI to be kind of like a switch, so it kind of toggles, so it kind of appears and disappears. So let's put it back to where it was. Okay, so not too sure why. Maybe it's where I maybe can I shift it into where start game is, and then, or yeah, put it right here, or right here. I think this should be fine. So no, that doesn't make sense, does it? But you may never know. Let's just see whether this works. No, it doesn't. Okay, go back to the code. It's okay. So we want I want the number to appear like a hit. Well, one way we can deal with that is, okay, let's just, oops. One way we can deal with that is we can just I can put it here like that, and we're gonna cheat a bit, and we're just gonna put the number 5 here on the countdown timer. Okay, we're just gonna do that. We're just going to do that. Let's go back to the browser. Feels janky. It feels very janky. This is going to take some time. I don't want that to be so janky. What is going on? What is going on here? Yeah, I'm not gonna put it there. Maybe we'll just put it like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna, we're gonna wing it. I can't be bothered to solve the coding aspect of things. So let's go. Ready? 5, 4, 3. All right, that looks good. Okay, that solves the problem. Okay, we're gonna we're gonna handle the loading bar now. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time refining that. I would like to work on the loading bar. Okay, okay, sorry, back to the browser. I want to show you guys this first, just to kind of give you all an idea of what we're dealing with. So this 100% thing, this loading bar, let me zoom this in. No, I can't zoom this in. Can I zoom it? Yeah, no. Hey, why? Oh, okay, it's not here. right? I usually work with Firefox, so yeah, it's here. 150%, no, how about 200%? So this loading bar here, 100%, you can see that. This guy here, you can see here. Alright, the way that the width is being controlled is by using this style. See that? If I were to put this, here, let me zoom that in for you. If I were to, where was it? If I were to change this to 50%, it will go halfway through. Ta-da! Okay, so there are two things we're gonna have to work with. One is we're going to change this number, this 100%, into the time. So probably like 10 seconds. Okay, or actually just 10 will do. And we also need to deal with the width of this bar. So those are the two things that we need to do. So let's deal with that. Reset. Okay, let's go back to our code. We are going to build a handler for this. Going back to the GS file, we're going to handle function handle loading bar. Okay, and we are going to target the loading bar. We're gonna target two things. We'll need to go back to the HTML progress bar here. We're gonna add an ID here. So ID equals to loading bar. Actually, we'll call it timer bar. Do we call it anywhere timer bar? No, let's call it timer bar. The timer bar. Okay, and here we're just gonna go let the timer bar equals to document dot query selector timer bar. So with just this one selector, we should be able to work with both the styling and the number. Okay, I mean the number within the loading bar. So we can go timer bar dot style dot width. No, why did you do that? Dot style dot no style dot width equals to width with we'll need some calculation on this. So we're dealing with 10 seconds, right? So it should be let width is equals to width is current time divided by what we have. Let's see our variable. We have okay, so that is yep. Because this is a problem. We have only one game time, and if you look at our game timer, we are subtracting the game time. We're only doing the game time. We're only subtracting the game time, so we need to have another variable called current time. Yeah, we don't want we don't want the game time to be affected, because we still need it to calculate the loading bar. Okay, so we'll work with current time as well. Current time, actually, we don't need to set a number for this. We can just leave it like that, because when we go to the game timer here, what we can do is that we can go current time is equals to game time. Game time here. Hopefully this works. So then after that, so long as current time is above 0, then subtract. Then yeah, that should be it. We are going to work with that mechanic later. Current time, game time, game time. And then we also have timer bar dot inner text is equals to current time. Okay, so we've dealt with this. we're just going to try to add this in and see for ourselves. What is that? Handle loading bar? Handle loading bar. So we will also need, actually we don't need, no, we don't need to pass a parameter to it. That's fine. So where's our timer? So game timer here. I think we can just put this in here. We'll see. Okay, back to the browser. Let's try. Let me just zoom this out back to 100%. Start. Okay, so it does nothing until the timer goes. Okay, so you can see that the number does go down, but our width is not dropping. Oh, there we go. Only when it's 0 then it does drop. So what is going on? So the first thing that we need to check is, if we go back to our code, let's lift this. Okay, we'll take this whole chunk of code first. Okay, and go back to our browser, and we'll go to the console, clear this first. Here we're going to put var equals to timer bar, and then we're going to do timer bar dot style dot style dot width equals to, oh, maybe it's because, no, oh wait, hold on, maybe, is that why? If I just put 100 like that, of course it doesn't work. We'll put 100%. Okay, maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's the issue. So if you go back here, so you can see that I just specified the number, but I did not specify you know, if it's pixels, if it's like centimeters and stuff like that. So we will need to add, oops, we need to add something like that. And let's check this out to see whether this will help. Let's go. Yeah, it works. Okay, so now it just, oh, okay, so it just drops all the way down. So we need to know what's going on here. So let's go back to the code, and we'll add a console.log here. Console.log, and we want to see what exactly the width is outputting with. So my guess is current time, game time. Oh, because it's not in percent, right? Yes, right. My goodness. So I need to convert this to percent. So I will need to convert this to 100% times 100. Please let this be right. I'm not very good with this. Okay, let's check the browser. Start. Okay, good. There we go. All right, nice. Okay, so we have handled the the countdown timer. This is brilliant. I thought it would take more time, but apparently not. Okay, so we have handled that. Okay, good. So the next thing that we want to deal with, since this is already working so flawlessly, we can take away the console.log. We will now handle the retry button. So we have handled this loading bar and things like that. We will now handle the restart button. So we end the game, right? So we want it to show play again. So we want to show the final score, and we want to, okay, we'll deal with the final score and stuff like that. Then we will show the play again button as well. So probably what we can do is we can just show the start game button again. Yeah, so we can show the start game button again, and instead of showing start game, we will just put it as play again. So let's go. So we will need, let's go back to our VS Code. So handle NUI, one thing that we want is here under the score, we want to do this. So I'll add a span here, and I will just I'll put there ID equals to final score. And why would I want to do that? I have end score here, so I don't need this. I'll just rewrite everything. Don't let's not make my life difficult. We'll just put end score here. So ID end score. Go back here, handle NUI. So we don't want to create like another, like, because the loading bar and like the countdown timer, they kind of like, we need to reuse them often. But for the scoring, the end score, we're not going to call the end score multiple times. So to me, I think it's fine if we just put it under the handle NUI, because it's just going to appear once only. So just show end score equals to document dot query selector, and we're gonna do a hashtag like that and score. Then when we remove this, we are also going to do end score dot inner text is equals to score. Where is it? It's player score, not just score. So it's player score. So let's see player score. Oh, we also want it to be this way actually. Because we are rewriting the whole thing, so we have to read this way. So let's try out the interface. Okay. Okay, so let's tap. Maybe. Oh, it doesn't increase the time apparently, but never mind. We'll just want to check this. So there's 4. Okay, good. Why? Okay, we'll handle with the game mechanics. We'll handle that later. But for now, we want the start button to appear. So let's go back here to the VS Code. So we know that this is working. Nice. So we want the where was it? Handle start UI to appear. Okay. So when it ends, end game, handle end UI, we also want this. And then since we are going to we can do the same here. We can just select the button. Since we are not going to, we're not going to reuse it over and over again, we're just going to do it here. Actually, it's better if we just put it under the handle NUI actually. So we do have the start button. So let start button equals to document dot query selector start button. Am I correct? Start button, where are you? Start button, yes. Okay, and then we'll just go start button here. Button dot inner text equals to play again. Okay, shall we try? Let's try this. So go. Okay, I would like to see. Doesn't increase that. Why does it? Oh, because it. Yeah, okay, never mind. I kind of know what's going on, possibly. Okay, so yeah, this does not look good. Let's rearrange this. So because it's in a column like that, and yes, so it's deflex. Justify content center. We want to maybe there is a class for this to change the layout. It should be a flex column, no flex column, flex direction column, something like that. Flex box. Let's go flex behaviors. So we're gonna look at the direction, flex. Oh yeah, it's just like that. Let's go flex column. Okay, that looks better. Okay. I shall do a flex column reverse. Yeah, we're gonna do reverse. Okay, let's do column reverse. Okay, go back to our code. But wait, does this work? Oh, I was hoping it was going to. Okay, so it messed up. Okay, so you can see that there's a issue with this. So ideally what we want is that when we click on the start button, it will cycle the whole thing again. So I know where this is going wrong. So we press play. The game over doesn't go away. We also need to top up the countdown timer. So because when we play it once, the countdown timer is dropped to 0. So if you look at the code here, wait, let me see something. Okay, never mind. I thought I wanted to do a on-screen ink, but never mind. This is fine. Okay. So if you remember, we had the countdown time as a global variable, and we kind of take away the countdown time like a what's it? My words aren't coming to me. We are directly interacting with the countdown time. So we're actually, when we subtract this number, the countdown time is, as you can see, like it's kind of like being affected directly. Unlike our current time and game time, where we separated, like, oh, we want to know what's the current time, so then we don't interfere with the game time directly. So hence why we created it this way. So we will still have we still have the power of the game time. All right. So do we want to do something like that? But I think we don't have to. Since we don't have to use the countdown timer for any other purposes. We just need to top it up. So whenever we start the game, what we can do is that we can ensure that the countdown time is set proper. But that doesn't make sense. What we can do. Okay, but you see, if let's say we want to improve on this game and we want to allow people to adjust the okay, how much countdown time do we want to allow and how much game time we want, it's good to separate them, I feel. You know what? I'm just going to do a separate one. I don't want to like do the top up here and there. Let's try current countdown time. Okay, we're just gonna do that. And then we can do it exactly like here. See this one, current time. We're just gonna do the same thing here. We are going to put it here. Current countdown time is equals to countdown time, and we're gonna replace this. And we're going to check. Yeah, so we'll deal with one thing at a time. So the first is ensuring that the countdown timer does get tops up. Okay, we'll just have to wait for a bit for this to drop down. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it does work. So the countdown timer does work. So now this is the scoring and stuff like that, and there we go. Okay, so now we'll have to deal with the end game UI. Maybe we also will want to possibly when this ends. Okay, so when the countdown timer ends, right? What I would like to do is actually changing the text back to ready. So you saw just now it shows as the number 0. So I would like to change this into ready. So let's go back here. We do have handle countdown UI here. I think we can just take this. No. Oh, sorry. Handle countdown timer display. So we have this. That's the one that I was looking for. So as it ends, can I do this? Instead of that, we'll just put the string ready. So let's try. So I want to see will it appear as ready once when I restart it instead of showing 0. So we want, these are the small details that kind of like makes your player kind of like immerse into your game better in a way. Okay, it works. Good. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Okay, going back to the code, let's just refine it a bit because it didn't have space here. Okay, so it does loop the whole way. It's working fine. The only issue we have now is the endgame UI. So it does appear. We want the UI to disappear. So that's a little tricky, you see. Reason being is that we don't want it to, if we put endgame handle end UI onto the start game, then it is going to just appear what am I saying? Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that because it doesn't appear, because the handle end UI, right, is a toggle. Alright, so when this end game happens, this will appear, right? But if we were to simply put this onto the start game, and we click on it, then it's going to appear. Alright, so we have to handle that. Don't know if you I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay. Maybe let me just explain that a little bit. Maybe here. Okay. So the problem is this. This endgame UI. Where's the UI? This UI is only being called under the endgame, right? If we do it, if we place this guy into here at the start, when we click on it, it's going to affect, and this will appear. This handle, the UI will appear at the start of the game. Yeah. So that's going to be quite a hassle. Like I click on it, and because I have the handle end UI, right? Then it will activate the handle end UI. It will appear. The end UI will appear, and yeah, it is going to be a bother. So we need to find a way where it does appear on the end game. Okay, the end game. After the end game, then it will like boop. Okay, does the handle end UI. But at the same time as well, we want to know, like if we click on the start game, this will make it disappear as well. Okay, the start game will make this disappear as well. We need to find that sweet spot. So in my I'm not describing this proper because I'm thinking I can't do two things at the same time. I was thinking of a way to solve this. So one of the ways to solve this is we do have a variable that we can use. That is a variable that we can take a look at. So the variable that we're looking at is actually, if you look here, at the end game here, game active is the one that I was looking at. In my brain, if the game active is false and the handle start UI has the class, okay, so how do we go about doing this? So if we handle if we use that variable, so if it does appear, if it's false, and then nah, it doesn't work that way. We need to find another way. I'm forcing it too much. I don't think we can use that because you see, we can't use game active because game active it's not within the start game. It's in the countdown timer, so they don't share a relation with start game. Oh wait, it does. Oh no, actually no. That was the start where we wanted to ensure that we don't accidentally press the start game button, right? As we tap. What we can do is we can introduce another variable, which I thought maybe I don't want to. So we can do play again. So we can do a play again, kind of like a variable. So what this does is it will check if, let's say, it's not the first time. If it's the first time that they're playing it, then the UI won't get triggered. And if, let's say, it's not the first time they're playing, then it will trigger that. So we'll do this. we just need to handle the if. Play again. So since this is false, this won't get triggered. So if it's true, then it will trigger. So handle and UI. I don't know why I was overthinking it, but we could just do this. Then at the end game here, what we can do is we can just put play again. We can just put it as true, forever true, you know. So this should help. Okay, so let's take a look at back at our game. And so start. Yeah, there's a lot of testing involved in this. You could just you know, reduce the numbers, but yeah, I could actually have just reduced to 3 seconds on both. But let's see. Okay, play again. Up, that works. Okay, that's good. But you know, to make it true, let's try. Okay, we want to ensure that no matter how many times you do it, it will still work. Okay, so it does. Okay, so the other thing that you see is that we will want the loading bar to be full once you click on the ready, and we don't want that to we want that to appear as soon as possible. Let's see how do we handle this. Let's go back to our code. So the moment when it says ready, we want it to show that it is full. So handle loading bar. So the current time, right, is the one that's handling. Let's see. End game. So this is a game timer. When it end game, where was it that we topped up the current time? It's under the countdown, right? Yeah, under the countdown timer. So no, it's under this one. Yeah, game timer. So what we want to do, handle loading bar. Yeah, we'll just call it handle loading bar at the end. Let's see whether that helps. Let's go end game, handle loading bar. Okay. Let's look back at our browser, the game, and see. I forgot to change the countdown timer. Okay, let's see. Okay, play again. Okay, it doesn't top it up. So yeah, let's see. Go back to the code. I'm going to adjust the countdown time and game time to 3 seconds so that it's a bit faster for us. Go back to the code. Go back to the demo. Okay. Okay, so when I click on that start game, I want the loading bar to come back up as soon as possible. So we need to deal with that. Okay, let's see. Or did I handle the wrong guy? Where's my N? Oh, my brain is all over the place. Handle loading bar, correct. Handle loading bar, right? So handle loading bar does the loading bar guy. Okay, maybe because I didn't top up the current time, so we need to top up the current time. Only the current time only appears within the game timer, you see. So that's what is happening. How do we handle this? Handle loading bar. We could, when we end the game, we could also update the current time again. That should help. Okay. Because I want game timer to handle all the game time stuff. I don't want it to bleed out to other things if possible. So let's try and see whether this helps. So let's go back to the browser to see if this helps. I've refreshed it already. Okay, try again. No. Okay, maybe. Okay, we'll just leave it there. But let's take a look where exactly we have the handle loading bar here though. We've already updated the current time into game time. What if I shift this guy? Like that. So this should update the current time back to game time. Maybe I should put the handle loading bar here as well. Okay, let's try again. Oh. See if this helps. That looks good. Oh, that looks better. Much better. That looks good. All right, I'm happy with that. I think the only difference that the only thing that I would like to do is change this the number, because if you take a look at our code we have the number 100% here. Now the thing is, we want this to show the current time that it has. So what we can do is when the document loads at the start, we can add that in. Unfortunately, this is one of the ways we kind of like, maybe we, since we have handle loading bar, maybe we can put it there. How about that? Right, do we have handle? Yeah, we can just do that. On load, we can just call the handle loading bar as well. So then it will update that for us. So let's go back. Look. Oh, it says undefined. It says undefined. Why does it say undefined? Oh, it's because at the start we don't have. So at the start we do not have. Yeah, right. That's right. Okay, so we may need to make an exception here. We can't use this here. So what we have to do is, okay, let's borrow handle loading bar. We'll just use this. So we will need to just we'll just to brute force this portion. Okay. So we don't need this whole thing. We can just directly put dot in HTML or in the text equals to game time. Okay, so this is one of the exception that we have to do for it, because current time won't be there, and yeah, handle loading bar. Yeah, we just need to do this for now, I guess. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't change to the VS Code. So yeah, so we're just going to put this here. So this is just a kind of like, I guess, the few exceptions for the UI portion of things. Yeah, and that should be okay for now. So the undefined should not be there. Okay, good. All right, so I think we have most of what we need there. So let's recap. So we have the loading bar working. So it can also kind of like restart the whole thing. The loading bar looks clean. The only thing I think we need to change this how this looks. But other than that, I think it looks good. Okay, so we will need, the only thing we need to do is to adjust this. So going back to the HTML portion of things, we are just going to put this here, flex column reverse. Then going back here, just to check if everything's okay. Okay, there we go. Looks okay to me. Okay, done. So that's I guess that's all about it for now. I guess we've made the interface cleaner. We've also done the loading bar. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Oh, I didn't show you the browser. Okay, so we were actually checking to see. Okay, checking to see whether how the interface looks like. Okay, so as I was saying, the loading bar looks clean. Okay, and the arrangement of this looks good enough as well. Okay, and it does work flawlessly for now. Yeah, so let's not jinx it. Yeah. So the next time round, when we look back into this, what we'll do is we'll work with the tapping, the game mechanics back again. Okay. Also, let's just okay, we solved that, so let's remove that. Okay, so we're gonna work with that. The issue was that when we tap, the timer doesn't get it doesn't get topped up. So when we press this, it doesn't get topped up. So that's one. Secondly, is that we want, instead of just clicking onto that button, we want it to also be able to tap on the whole screen, and alternatively to tap on the key and the keyboard as well. Okay, so those are the three things we'll work on it. Okay, so again, thank you so much for dropping by and watching me on my journey onto being a game developer of sorts. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment as you wish. I'll see you on the next one. And have a good day. Bye bye.